In the first video, we talked about how you're not lazy. In the second video, we talked about stability first and the 7-day reset. Now, this video is the thing that ruins most people, which is cravings. And when I say cravings, I'm not just talking about food. I mean nighttime spirals, nicotine, alcohol, doom scrolling, corn, shopping, and that I'll start tomorrow behavior. If you've ever felt like you're watching yourself do it, like you're not even choosing, this is for you. By the end of this video, you'll know why cravings hit the hardest at nighttime, how to ride them like a wave, how to replace the habit without losing the reward, what to do when you slip so you don't spiral, and the exact moment people lose. And you know that moment. It's late, you finally have quiet, you're alone, your brain goes, you deserve it. Just tonight, tomorrow I'll be good. I've had a hard day. And the crazy part is, you can feel the two different versions of yourself. One version says, don't do it, you'll regret it. The other version says, do it, I need relief. If you keep losing that moment, you don't need more shame, you need a better system in place. Cravings aren't random, they're very predictable. Cravings always hit the hardest when you're tired, you're stressed, you're underfed, you're overstimulated, you're emotionally loaded, you're finally alone. You got to stop trying to delete the need. This is where most advice fails. It tells you, just stop. But your brain is using the habit for a reason. So when you remove it, your brain panics because it says, that was my relief button. That was my comfort button. That was my control button. So you don't erase the need, you replace the strategy. You're not trying to become perfect, you're trying to become skilled. So the habit loop is trigger, habit, reward. Let's break cravings down like a mechanic. Trigger equals what happened. The habit is what you did. The reward is what you got. Here's the most important line in this whole video. If you don't identify the reward, you can't replace the habit. So examples of this might be the trigger is a stressful call. The habit is maybe snacking and scrolling. The reward gives you relief. Another example is trigger would be lonely at night. The habit would be drink, text your ex, and the reward you would get would be comfort. Another example would be a trigger being life feels messy. The habit for that would be binge or avoid. The reward you get from that is control. Most people try to fight the habit with pure willpower, but willpower doesn't fix the reward, so it always comes back. So let's talk about the 3 rewards. Most cravings are choosing one of the 3 rewards. Reward 1, relief, which is the pressure off. Relief cravings feel like, I can't take this, I need a break, I need my brain to shut up. Relief is not evil. Relief is human. Your nervous system is saying too much pressure. So the fix isn't stop wanting relief. The fix is get relief in a safer way. Reward number 2, comfort, which is warmth, connection. Comfort cravings feel like I feel empty, I feel alone, I just want to feel okay. Common comfort habits for this might be sugar at nighttime, wine, texting the wrong person, doing Netflix shows until 2 a.m. And then reward 3 is control, which is something predictable. Control cravings feel like my life is messy, I'm behind, I need to feel in charge of something. Control habits include for this obsessive planning, binge cleaning, doom scrolling, restriction, and then rebound. Once you know your reward, you stop hating yourself because you finally understand what your system is asking for. All right, let's talk about the urge wave. Cravings rise, they peak, they fall. Most people lose because they think the craving will last forever. It won't. You don't have to win forever. You have to win for 10 minutes. That's it. Cravings are like a wave. If you panic and thrash, you drown. If you ride it, it passes. So this is the ride the wave protocol. Here's the protocol. This is your new skill. Name it. This is a craving wave. Step 2, breathe down. Do this with me. Don't skip. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Do that 5 times. Repeat. Step 3, identify the reward. Ask, am I chasing relief, comfort, or control? Step 4, choose one replacement. 1, not 5. Step 5, delay. Set a timer. Tell yourself, if I still want it after 10 minutes, I'll decide then. You don't negotiate with a craving. You redirect it like a toddler. All right, this is the habit replacement menu. Here's the menu. You can screenshot this if you want. Relief options, 2-minute breathing, 10-minute walk, protein plus water, shower plus cold finish, which is optional. Here is your comfort options. Warm shower, hot tea plus a sit, text a safe person, not the ex, hoodie and a blanket, sit quietly for 5 minutes. Here's your control options. Write one sentence, tonight I will. Tidy one small area, not the whole house. Set a 10-minute timer. Prep tomorrow's water plus protein. Here's the big rule. The replacement has to be easy. If it's hard, your brain will choose the old habit. So you got to stop the nighttime spiral. Here's the 3 switches. Nighttime is when most people lose because the day is finally quiet. So here are the 3 switches to stop that spiral. Switch 1, protein earlier. If you starve all day, night cravings are biology, not weakness. Switch 2, a closing ritual. Low lights, phone down, shower, same vibe every night. Your body needs the message, the day is over. Switch 3, remove the first trigger, which is the environment design. Phone in bed, charger across the room. Snacks on counter, put them away. Delivery apps, delete or sign out. Alcohol visible, move it somewhere annoying. Make the wrong thing harder. Make the right thing easier. All right, when you slip, here's the no spiral protocol. When you slip, you do not punish. Punishment creates the spiral. Slip equals shame, equals screw it, equals binge, equals restart Monday. Do this instead. Trigger, 1 sentence. Reward, relief, comfort, control. Replacement next time, 1 option. Stabilizer now, walk, water, shower, and then back to baseline tomorrow. See, you're not failing. You're collecting data. I'm going to coach you through 3 real-life examples now. Example 1, night binging. The trigger, exhausted plus lonely. The reward is comfort. What is the replacement? Tea plus shower plus 10-minute timer to tidy up. Tomorrow, protein breakfast. No punishment. Example number 2, nicotine relapse. What's the trigger? You have a stress spike. What's the reward? You want relief. The replacement? 2-minute breathing, quick walk. The environment? Don't sit in an old smoking spot. Example 3, doom scrolling. What's the trigger? Anxiety and uncertainty. What's the reward you get? Control. Replacement? Write 1 sentence plan plus a 10-minute task, then put your phone down. All right, so the real root, worthiness. Under cravings is usually one belief, I'm not good enough. So people treat health like punishment. But health isn't something you earn, it's something you practice every single day. It's for you, not to you. You are worthy even if you slip up. You are worthy even when you slip. Your worth is not on the scale. It's not in a perfect streak. All right, so here's your assignment for tonight. Name it. This is a craving wave. Breathe, 60 seconds, 4 in, 6 out. Identify, relief, comfort, control. Choose 1 replacement from the menu and then delay 10 minutes. And then tomorrow, don't restart your life. Just do the next right thing. That's it. If you want to help me build my 6-week program the right way, I'm doing a few short research calls, no pressure, no sales pitch, strictly research. Comment, call, and I'll send you the details. Subscribe if you're rebuilding, and I believe in all you guys. Take care.